There are two Yoga Nidra. One is I call it level 1, and the second is, of course, level 2, right? Because after 1, 2 comes. So, what to do? So, we should be more focused on the part 1, because this gives you the first-hand experience of it doesn't do, like for everybody in the beginning, but it can open up the doors of your own understanding and your own experience about I'm not a body. Now you may listen it million times, you are not a body, but this doesn't becomes your awakening. This doesn't becomes your experience. This doesn't becomes your understanding. So listening alone is not enough. Unfortunately, most of the people think Vedanta means just sit down comfortably on a plush seat and just listen. That's not the case. It requires very dedicated spiritual yogic practices, because the eligibility for Vedanta is for a very, very, I would say, the attributes are too high and too great. So Yoga Nidra is something which gives you the ability to look into that window where you can see yourself of being not the body, being not the mind, being able to see totally, where mind is absolutely as if non-existent, because it's so quiet, it's so still. It's like if you have ever been to a lake which is like of still waters, not a ripple, not a wave. So Yoga Nidra can possibly give you that experience, that your mind becomes a ripple-free, still, lake-like. The mind is as translucent as it can be. Like you can't see through an opaque wall what's across. But if there is a glass, which is a clear glass and clean glass, then of course, being inside, you can look outside. So Yoga Nidra has the potential to give you that kind of mind, where the mind becomes like a transparent, translucent wall, and you can see your own self and you can see what's outside the mind or outside the body, the visible world. So it changes the perspective, the way you see your own mind, because actually you have never seen your own mind. You deal with the actions or the choices which your mind makes, but you haven't addressed or encountered your own mind. So it is a possibility that for years a person is doing Yoga Nidra and yet that breakthrough moment is not happening. So just mark my word, the mind has to be that transparent that it's in a way non-existent. Or should I say, it doesn't become an obstruction in addressing, acknowledging, and encountering your own reality. Now you think you need a mind to know about yourself. Whereas the situation is this, that mind itself is an object which is known by me. And mind in itself doesn't have the capacity to know the self. Now this might seem very paradoxical statement. But, well, I never said it's easy. Your engineering, your medical, your astrophysics or whatever is very easy. But not this. Because you can't see your own mind as an object and put it under a microscope and observe and check and label and define. It's like you wish to use the microscope of the mind to see what Atma is or what Paramatma is, which won't happen in any day. So all the scientists, bent mind people might say that we will only accept God if we can observe and analyze God in a dish tray under a microscope. So I always say this, that the day you can put your mind in a dish tray and look via the microscope, your own mind, then maybe the way you wish to approach the truth might happen, which won't happen at all. So Yoga Nidra part 1 is actually not just an introductory Yoga Nidra, but it is the method for anybody who wishes to understand one's own conscious, unconscious, subconscious mind. Again, it's a huge thing. It's not a small thing. So until that is experienced, now this is not something which you can earmark that, okay, I will accomplish this in 6 months or 6 years of time. It might happen in maybe few days, weeks, months, years, can't say. But there are surely some signs which one can follow to know whether you are on the right track or not. So go deeply into this.